here is the computer, now that I got it in some light. I have been looking for one of these for about 12 years because this computer was the very first computer I ever owned. Actually, this computer was the computer that actually got me into computing. Back in '96, I was in 5th grade. There was a friend of mine in school, his mom was getting ready to throw a computer away, and he's like, do you want a computer? I'm like, sure, why not? Because of course I wanted one. And this is what it was, and she gave me a box full of floppies with it. And unfortunately, the motherboard never did work right, and it had some issues, of course, and things like that, so Dad ended up buying a computer, and there we go. That's what got me in it, and it was an IBM PS2 Model 25 that was bought. All that history note aside, this one I found on eBay. The problem is, the last 12 years I've been looking, it wasn't up until about 60 years ago they finally started showing up on eBay, and then when they did, they were selling for $300, $300 a piece, and I'm like, there is no way I'm going to pay that for a computer that I'm not even really going to use, except to monkey around with. There's no way. Not going to happen. But this one come up there, finally, this one came up as non-working, and it was cheap, so of course I jumped on it, and here it is. And as you can probably tell, it's an IBM Model 5155 portable. It is technically not an XT, but the 5160 was actually defined in XT, and it features an Intel 8088 processor, no coprocessor, and 8-bit ISA, and a 9-inch amber monochrome display, even though the video card has the capability of producing color. And this is the pair of pair of wires that drive the CRT, and that is a composite video signal, 525 line NTSC signal. So in theory, I can hook a DVD player or something to that and be able to watch it on the screen, but who would want to watch it in amber? So that leaves a bunch of possibilities open, such as putting in a Raspberry Pi and hooking right here, and anyway, that's beyond the scope of this video. This one, the reason why it was sold as non-working is it came up with a 1701 hard disk controller error. Well, there is no hard disk, at least so I thought. That's right, it has a hard card sticker. And surprisingly enough, this computer was local. That's why I got it so cheap. I didn't have to have it shipped. That little doodad right there is the hard card. As you can tell, there's a little problem with that situation. The card it's probably like this for 25 years now. That thing's crammed in there. So what I did was I loosened it up and pulled the card out because it's sitting in there crooked. So I'm probably going to have to switch these two cards around. It's in there crooked. So I pulled the card out, cleaned the contacts, put the card back in. This is going to take a minute. So I put the card back in, and lo and behold, no more hard disk controller error. And this thing has a whopping 640 kilobytes of system memory. Most of these didn't come with that. Most of these had 500, and some of them only 256. It's because the memory expansion, on the motherboard is completely full. There is no, lack in memory expansion at all. Also, the floppy drives, this A drive, is not working very well. It picks up bad sectors, but if I can take the disk out and put it in here, it reads just fine. Another thing is these floppy drives are belt driven, and they're not going to be belt driven much longer. They're going to be goo driven because the belt is older than dirt and it's going to start deteriorating. There you go. Lo and behold, we have a working hard drive. a hard card 20 actually, F7 to get out of there. You can see the activity. Alright, let's see. Hard card 20. And it works fine. It works perfectly fine. But the CRT does have a problem. This thing was heavily used. You'll see that in a minute. No real-time clock. See that? That's not washing out on my camera, folks. That's the CRT actually bleeding. It's got a little bit of bleed through. And there's several things that can cause this. One, there could be bad capacitors inside the monitor, causing a condition of low high voltage, which I don't have a high voltage probe, so I can't figure that out. Or B, the CRT is weak from constant use. But if you would think it had constant use, I see absolutely no burn-in whatsoever. So I don't know if that's the case. And also, it's well used. It is well used. Another thing, another thing that always drove me nuts about the XT keyboards is that's not an enter key, that's a plus key. And the enter key is really tiny, way over here in the corner, anyway. But it's mechanical. I like the feel, But also, there's another problem. How am I going to get files on this thing? Well, I've got an idea. One, I can either take this drive out, move it up here, because this one's bad, or going bad, and put a 720K drive in here, but I don't have the adapter for the ribbon. I did have the adapter and the drive and 2 MFM hard drives, but I gave them to UXW Build because I never thought I'd ever use them again. So, but I don't want an MFM drive in there anyway, so I've got another idea. Actually, what I want to do is, I might do that. I might put a drive in there, but I got a prototype ISA card here. You see the power bus and ground bus planes, and a whole bunch of through holes to solder on. What I want to do here is, well, I want to put a high-speed UART. I want to build a high-speed UART on here so I have full serial port. But I'm going to build an IDE ATA controller so I can put a ATA hard drive in there, or more importantly, like a zip drive or something in there. I can take the zip disk, boot it off the zip disk, remove the hard card because I don't need it. Put the zip disk in there, boot off that. When I want to put a file on it, I'll take it out, put the stuff on there, put it in there, or I can use the serial card with the like a wireless adapter over serial, or just a cable, and run it over to my main computer for internet access, or terminal files over, or something like that. But this does not have a serial card. This has a parallel card. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put a serial card in there that has both a parallel and a serial port. But the problem is that is a 16450 UART, which is only tops out about 19K a second. So I can't run 56K or 115K for that matter, but not like the system bus can handle it anyway. This will give you a light of really how bad it is. Yeah. Anyway. Cosme PT Atlas. PC Atlas, yeah. can't remember if this is a multi-disc setup because I've only got one disc. Anyway, so I went ahead and paused the video and moved the cards around, and it seems to work fine, and it's not warping. Also, I put the serial card in there. Don't know if it works yet or not because I don't have a terminal program on this computer. So, I can either use a zip drive, or what was I saying? Zip drive, or when I built that, I can replace that and use a IDE to compact flash. I just use a compact flash card, do it that way. I haven't used that disc in a long time. I wonder if it still even works. Let's look at the cover. You know what? I ought to find out. I think I will. Heck with that. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, you can see the dust trail. Disk error. Drive not ready. No shit. Oh, this will be interesting. Control, Alt, delete. 3-finger salute. See if it'll even start up. It is surprising. It did. DOS 622. Yeah, I should sys the C drive, but I don't know if I want to break the programs. I'll pass for now. So there you have it, YouTube users. This is a quick look at an IBM Model 5155. Oh, this is fun to do one-handedly. Thank you for watching.